Passage of Glubria, also potentially something I should learn, but it's going to be a bit of a curve there, seeing as how I don't really know how it works in close enough. It is in the sense that it's one of those things that a lot of players swear by and say are 100% just core spells that you should learn on any character. But okay, if I forget Mephitic Cloud and I guess maybe Airstrike, then I can learn at least Irradiate, get some unavoidable high damage close range stuff going. This has been a rough last like half an hour to an hour of the run here. It's been brutal. It's still not a stairwell in sight for us here, but let's do this. Mephitic Cloud, you've failed your exam by not affecting any of the enemies there, not helping whatsoever. Which also, by the way, instead of using Mephitic Cloud, I probably just should have blinked. We had tons of mana, and we just needed enough time to get another OTR Ignite Poison, so that's fine. Irradiate is redundant with high power Stormform though. Unfortunately, we are not currently there at this point in time, and so I'm not too worried about redundancies, and I'm more concerned about just surviving the next couple minutes here. Anything else, we can burn that bridge when we get there. Aha, Simulacrum. Okay. So this is a time to go back to Stormform, of course. You are a Juggernaut. Good to know, good to know. Try to murder you as you come in. Perfect, not too shabby. And once more into the breach, shall we? And I too love me some Dragonform Manifold Assault, don't get me wrong. Just feels good, man. Perfect. Not even swapping to RC ring against the Simulacrum Juggernaut. Now I was happy to just get rid of the vulnerability if a hit did come through, but you're right, that probably could have, actually not even probably, that would have been the best idea to play it safe, but here we are, still alive somehow. Gotta grab all the street cred, exactly, it's all about bragging rights. The dumber I can be and still win the run, the better it looks on my resume, so it's a simple calculus, really. Just play as dumb as possible, and when I do win, that'll show them. That will show them all. But okay, let's bring you down into my lovely home here, my lovely abode. Giving free house tours to all the local fauna here. And there are some white ugly things, but potentially not the end of the world. Golden Dragon Simulacrum, however, is a bit of a deal breaker. Let's definitely kill you, then walk away. Much better. Probably can murder you from afar, and we do manage to do so indeed. Fantastic. Oh, jeez. Least Manifold Assault is doing some good work for us here. I should actually take a look. So this gives us Arlec. Alternatively, we could swap that out for MP plus 9. We have Stormform to give us conditional Arlec, so that might actually be worth our while. Let's try it out for a hot minute. I'm guessing that I'm gonna forget that I made that decision and not switch over in time when something electrical comes, but we won't worry about that for now. Can't account for stupid, unfortunately, so for the time being, let's just play our cards where they lie. And honestly, that went about as well as could have been expected. An Ancient Lich. Oh yay, to what do I owe the pleasure? Again, this is why I normally stay far away from any stone structures and depths. It's just a freaking nightmare zone waiting to happen, pretty much no matter how you slice it. But okie dokes. let us... Yeah, maybe actually just drop an exclusion there and see. Auto Explorer, will you screw me? We've had a wild ride, me and the Oki. Be nice to see some forward movement in our relationship. Okay, we did end up killing the Lich anyway, so that's fine. Oh, jeez. Your goal each week was to work, or at work, is to make $800. Made $840 this morning. You're supposed to work tonight, but decided not to. Heck yeah, brother. That works out nicely. Always happy to hear it. It's nice when you break expectations in a positive sense, for sure. It's absolutely fantastic. Oh, and now it's a real juggernaut who can walk in deep water. Nice to confirm that now. So what do we do with you, my friend? Dragonborn Manifold Assault is tempting. We could just MCC from here, I guess. You don't mean you made 840 today? That's just what you were at for the week this morning. Sunday's considered the end of the week, so still pretty fantastic. It's nice to be ahead of the curveball regardless. Do you know what? Let's just Divine Exegesis. I want Maxwell's Capacitive Coupling, please. Perfect. Hear her roar in 2 shouts. That's not ideal, but hey, it is what it is. Let's train some unarmed combat, maybe some dodging as well, some kind of defensive capabilities on the back side of things there. Close the door. And just try and rest up. Where the heck can I get some stairwells in this life, you know? Let's put on the Ring of Protection from Cold. Perfect. And then murder you. Fantastic. Okie dokie. What have we got going for us here? Ooh, treasure. Very nice. You know what? Let's just keep that up. Fail to extend transformation any further. Twice. 3 times. 4 times. Failed 4 times at 9%, 4 in a row. That's not great. Our Lycon Ring is interesting. Could manage without Stormform and Zot with that. That's kind of the plan here. We'll see though. You didn't work that hard to make that much. You don't think that you worked 40 hours this week? Maybe 30 at most, but you did work all 7 days. Nice, nice. Okay, let's maybe go this way. Start it. On any normal character, this could be pretty swell. Fail? Okay, this time we only fail once. That's much better. So lots of downstairs. Still haven't seen any escape avenues. I'm hoping it's not hidden behind you. Oh wait, I have 9 scrolls of magic mapping. What the heck am I doing with my life? Okay, this is the goal. Get here. Our one mission in life. Okay, once more into the bright wide world, shall we? And okay, well that was much better. And we still have this whole floor to explore. We'll see how that goes. But maybe we've kind of stabilized now. Okay, at least don't have cold resistance in lightning form. Or rather in dragon form, but I'll switch over to lightning, I think, just to ensure some level of safety against that son of a gun. And you, my friend, are being problematic, so we'll just nuke you into the next life and shut ourselves in. This is our new home. Much better than our previous kill corridor, of course. But there we go. One hitting the Eden always feels good, man. And now we can get right back on the road to adventure here. Let's actually walk back, make sure that we're not fighting too many of you crazy kiddos at the same time. In fact, yeah, just Ooh, I thought a radiate would definitely do a little bit better. Only 2% chance to dodge me. That means you are dead. And... gosh darn it. So close. We will just channel magic to make sure that we don't find ourselves in a less than ideal situation here. Perfect. Rest up. Last job actually made more money, but you have to get up at 3:30 a.m. each day. Oof. I think this gig thing is better. You pick your hours, feel more relaxed, and if you don't feel like working, you don't go to work, and that's that. Nice. That definitely sounds like a much more ideal situation. I know 3:30 is pushing it. Like I'm an early morning person in a lot of ways, but I still wouldn't agree with that absurdity. I stay up to 3:30 p.m. a.m. way more often than I wake up that early in the day. Okie dokie, just murderating everything as it approaches. Love to see it. Oh hey, there's our necromancer friend. Back for more. Why hello there. You on your own? Not so bad. Perfect. Fun fact, at minus 30 strength, you won't deal damage with strength weapons. Oh, that is really interesting. Can't imagine a world in which you get to minus 30 strength. That'd be some pretty wild RNG, but very interesting. And you still wake up before 7 a.m. most mornings, but you don't start work until 10, right? Because it's not even just getting up, but it's like starting your day at that time. If you can start your day on your own watch and kind of do your own thing until 10, that sounds lovely for sure. Well, right, Cole, yeah, stat drain, but the chances of it all hitting strength and getting down to minus 30, that's a bit of a wild shot of RNG. Okay, let's see what's over down yonder. Fire things is awesome. We don't see enough fire-themed enemies. They've all been ice as of late, which is not what I'm built to deal with here, so I love to see it. And let's see, I guess, is there any real reason why I should go down this route? I feel like I'm just begging for this to be a nasty little vault area that I am in no way, shape, or form prepared to deal with. Or it's the keys to the kingdom that give me my win. No in-betweens, unfortunately. I mean, at least we deal a crap ton of damage, so that's nice. Just murderize left and right as we are wont to do. Fantastic. Like being able to get up in the morning and have time to take care of things around the house before I start work. Time to take the beer cans to recycling. Yeah, that's something that I need to work on, going to bed a bit earlier so I actually have time in the morning. I've been so bad as of late. When I first started my job, I had really good habits and, like, you know, always made myself a good lunch, stuff like that. But lately I've just been staying up too late and then sleeping in as late as I possibly can to still leave the house on time and be okay. And what? Oh, Ring of the Hair. Why are you already on my ignore list? I wonder. You son of a gun. Bolt of Cold sucks. Poison Breath, I don't mind whatsoever. Oh, my transformation is expiring. That's not good. The crappy thing is I think I can just murder you, but I want to be in a slightly better spot before attempting to do such a thing. I'm going to risk going over the deep lava there. Definitely a little risky, but perfect. That's about what we wanted to see here. Not too bad. Hey, Railbird. Nice Felid of Sipmoon is still going strong. Oh, it's going all right. It's been a bit of a rough patch the last little bit here, but I still believe. Just stop using cold-themed weapons on me, please, game. That'd be great. Wander around Pandemonium as undead long enough, and you think I'll get there? For the stat train? Maybe. I guess undead that's a good point. I was kind of forgetting about the way that mutations interact with undead species. So you can get pretty wild amounts of negative. I mean, you have to somehow get to negative 30 strength without dying in the process, right? I think that's the other kind of tricky rub of the situation. Is how do you not die in the meantime? Oops, let's try that again. Lots of poison on you, my friend. Perfect. Fire crab. Not the end of the world. More fire-themed things. See, that's more like it. That's more up my alley. Doesn't matter what time you go to bed, you're up at 6 a.m. However, if you're not working at 3 p.m., you're passing out. The Z monster attacks at 3 every day. Fair enough. 3 a.m. or 3 p.m. It's always at 3. If you're not working, you're passing out at that time. Well, it's nice to be regular, right? You have a good sense of your own body, which is sweet. I have no idea what's going on with me most of the time. Either I can stay up like infinitely long without any tiredness or fatigue setting in, or I will get exhausted super early. Slash, like, watching movies makes me pass out. I don't know what it is about that. It's a bit of a trait in my family in general. We definitely fall asleep while watching like shows and movies all the time, regardless. So that's strange. What's going on with me most of the time is I'm growing hair. Well, that much we can definitely agree on. Okie dokes. Ooh. You're watching a movie, you grow hair. True. Fingernails and toenails as well. I'm basically a masterclass level of hair grower. It's pretty impressive stuff. Would you need some OP god abilities so you can keep going with those stats and negatives? Have ancestor carries? Oh, maybe have ancestor carrying. Right, because I'd mostly be concerned about like passing out constantly. You're probably at zeros in all stats, right? So you're probably brainless. You're probably slowed. I forget what the dex one is called. I know that you end up being permanently slowed, right? That's its big thing. What is it? Is it just clumsy? It might just be clumsy. You don't have that problem, Cyborg Elf. No matter what you do, you don't grow hair. I'm sure you grow hair somewhere. But maybe not. Maybe you have a condition where you don't grow hair anywhere across your entire body. I know alopecia is with a hair growth hormone inhibitor thing. I don't think that that's all over your body. I think that would have a different name. It probably does have a name. It's probably a fancy name as well. But okay, do I bother with the rest of depths here? It was a nightmare the first time around. I could, if I so desired, just leave. Just head right downstairs here. Grow hair in your chin. See? There we go. Perfect. Something that everyone has in common. You always grow hair somewhere. Or again, most people. I don't want to make any sweeping assumptions. I'm not that knowledgeable in hair-related illnesses. Hair in your chin is longer than mine, but you have none on your head. I just trimmed this son of a gun today because I was growing it out a bit for Halloween. Decided on that way too late and didn't have that much time. I think it was like a few weeks, but it was getting a bit scruffy for my legs. This is about where I like to keep it in general. Because unfortunately I don't have nice beard texture. You know those people that have like wonderful, beautiful hair? For me, it gets really frizzy here and just starts like sticking out everywhere and I look like a mad scientist. How long my hair is on the front of your shirt? That's how long the hair on your chin is. See, now that's like a wizard beard that you got going on there. You got to braid that stuff. Do not regen health with monsters in sight. Can't memorize nor cast spells. Fail to read scrolls. Evasion is set to 2+ size, so pretty much 0. Shielding is set to 0. Stealth score is set to 0. Can't stab monster and permanently slowed. Oof. Yeah, that's a rough combination of effects for sure if you're going for the pure stat drain build. See how low you can go. Okay, blast that son of a gun into the next realm of existence. Perfect. Oh, me oh my. You know, I was always planning on... Oh, I have vulnerability, don't I? Or at least no resistance, so that's, yeah, not ideal. Now I have resistance. Still can deal like 36 damage on that son of a gun, though. What's the safest play here? You hate the hair in your sideburns, and the worst is hair on your upper lip. You have braided your goatee before? Nice. That's always a good look. Okay, do you know what? This should kill you. Don't like what I'm seeing here. Blink is relatively likely to drop me in here somewhere at least. Don't put me right next to them, please. Perfect. Close that door and get the heck out of dodge. Oh boy. Terrifying. Terrifying. Evocations are fair game. The evocations and Hip Ancestor, your only hope at that stage if you're going for the minus 30 strength. That's a fun idea. That's a sweet little challenge run to potentially try sometime down the road. Oh geez Louise, even with electricity resistance, you kiddos are no joke. I probably should have relied a bit more on poison there, actually. They are vulnerable to that. So that was a bit of a misplay on my part, but not the end of the world. And then we'll just murder the rest of you. Perfect. Nemlex or Mekleb could be other potential god choices. Yeah, Nemlex just has lots of resource for sure. Mekleb is interesting. I guess you can summon in demons to kind of do all the heavy lifting. Is that the idea? I don't think I need any books here. I've foolishly said that and been proven wrong before, but this time, for real, I think we're doing okay. We have all the big spells that we might want for Divine Exegesis ready to go this time around, specifically all the life-saving necromancy ones, so pretty happy with that as it currently stands. Yeah, let's get you Kiddlywinks popping here. Perfect. Jeez Louise. As much as I like Jivia is not going to cut it there, definitely not. Okie dokie. Otherwise, you kiddos should be fine for me to just deal with the old-fashioned way. Fantastic. And okie dokie, back on the road we go. Oh, this is Depths 4. How about that? Kind of lost track of where I was here, but that explains the Draconian. If you could, yeah, step right up. Perfect. Purple Draconian, my worst nightmare. Magical effects are unraveling. Hate that. Oh, and that's, oh, a shapeshifter and lots of digging going on. Not ideal, kind of regardless of how you slice and dice it here. Oh, I cannot move. That was foolish of me to try then. Man, I was like, I can sneak in a quick Manifold Assault. What's the harm? That right there. That's the harm, folks. Kind of want to save my remaining magic for a potential Divine Exegesis if that's necessary. Gonna be taking more cold damage as we stand here. We have one resistance potion. Could chug that son of a gun down, but I feel like I'm gonna need it in the future regardless. I guess haste isn't super useful here. Could just might. Oh, that affects blink too. was like, maybe I can blink even though I can't move, but magically lock down in place. Fair enough, game. Got me there. You son of a gun. Oh, jeez. Okay, I at least have one extra life. Even if this does go poorly. I prefer not to have to use that up, though. Surprised none of my manifold assaults were hitting you, hey kiddo? 98 health is a bit much for me to try to avoid. Maybe an earlier cancellation might have done it. As is, I could go for manifold assaults. I mighted. Or I just, right now, go for the Divine Exegesis. Again, like Death's Door. Which has seemingly become kind of my go-to. Let's do it. Let's try and live as long as possible. And now I'm no longer locked in place. Perfect timing. Sure, I'll channel magic while I'm at it here. Death's Door is about to run out, so I think I'll just run upstairs real quick. Okie dokes. Not the end of the world here. Wee bit terrifying, don't get me wrong, but managed to make it out in one piece. We have slightly better resistances in storm form, so we'll go this direction this time. Or this route, I should say. Man, that white draconian was on something. That buddy should get an MVP award. For sure. Impressive stuff, really. Not dealing as much damage as I would like with that those manifold assault casts. Let's bring you upstairs, my friend. And this time we'll go Dragon v Dragon, duel to the death. Fantastic. Only slightly terrifying, but never a doubt in my mind, of course. Perfect. And rest up. Head back down once more into the freaking breach here. Okay, don't get pushed off the stairs. That is a no-no. Perfect, but not too shabby at the end of the day. Okay. A purple draconian shifter has been the death of me in recent memory. So it feels good to make it through that encounter. It was definitely closer than I would like, don't get me wrong. Probably could have handled that a little bit better, but still not too shabby. And okie dokes, that is everything, hey? Do shifters dispel? Not shifters themselves, but purple draconian shifters do with their dispelling bolt. So definitely they're the nastiest ones, because yeah, being teleported into bad situations or having enemies blink and circling you is basically worst case scenario for Felid. Mix that with them being able to remove your fancy forms. Just a terrible time to be had by all. All shifters are purple though? Are they really? Oh, I've never noticed that before. I assume they could be all sorts of flavors. Interesting, interesting. Okie dokes. Well, there's still a little bit of drink left in my glass here, but this seems like an appropriate time to run out and grab a refill while we decide on where we want to head next here. It's time to go for a third rune. It's probably going to be slime. I don't know if I have any resist corrosion though. Actually, there's definitely, I was going to say, definitely something. Removes most of my strength, but extra slain kind of makes up for that. Now, we'll decide when I get back. Don't go anywhere, and I'll be back in just a quick second. See you right away. dokie. Let's get ready. Oh, weird strand of hair. See, so much hair, I don't know what to do with it. But okie dokes. It does not have got changed in 0.28. Which is that the shifter's colors? Because that would make sense. It was a bit more recent. Fixed color per job. Okay, yeah, so it gives them some extra flavor. Fair enough. Oh, I'm focused on the wrong screen. There we go. And whoa, okie dokie. Definitely starting to get a little bit mentally fatigued here, but I'm sure we can sort this out. Just have to head to Slime and see how she goes, hey? Them's the breaks, kiddo. Willpower is still fairly important in Slime, but I think I'd rather have the corrosion resistance. Could lose the cold resistance, but that's not great. Not that you met any Draconians prior to 0.28. I definitely met my fair share in this very series. When did the series start? I think it was 0.26. I don't know, time flies when you're having fun. Let's do it. Let's head to Slime and see how things are looking over in that direction. I'm hoping slightly more straightforward, at least, than what we've been seeing here. Though there's no guarantees that that will, in fact, be the case. Let's see how she goes, shall we? Make some new friends. Oh, multiple shining eyes. Oh, hooray. Occasionally lose the ability to read scrolls when taking damage is not ideal here. Don't have to instantaneously go into panic mode for that though. There are definitely worse combinations that we may find ourselves being inflicted with over the next wee bit here, so we will hold off just for the time being. Save that one. And there we go, downstairs. Perfect. If I could get more just instantaneous downstairs, that would be lovely. Mark trap not included. Less lovely. Terrifying. Not bad if you play carefully and read scrolls early, right? It's not the end of the world. It kind of is a direct counter to what so often becomes the case for me, which is by the time I'm reading scrolls, I've waited too long and preemptive action is no longer an option. But in general, for a good player, I would agree with that. Not the end of the world by any stretch of the imagination. I was hoping to kill off the Zerjelly before they had any opportunity to close the gap, because they are going to be dealing a wee bit of damage for sure. Reach level 20. Holy moly. We're getting there. Oh, I miss having like over 200 health. I mean, most species have over 300 health when they're a dragon, so those are the days. One day we'll see such a thing again. Oh, thank you. I think they got rid of our minus dex. Thanks, buddy. Hey, Thelphon, how's it going? Nice to see you as always. I hope your weekend is going well. Hello there. I mean, I can probably fight Dissolution. Do I really want to fight Dissolution? Oh wait, I have to. All the stairs are here. Gosh darn it. Oh, game, you've got me. Fair enough, fair enough. I should actually be training some evocations. Get up to something like 12 so that at least I can use Condenser Vein and stuff. My double Condenser Vein that I'm carrying around for no reason. That seems reasonable. I wouldn't mind taking you upstairs, I feel, my friend. Summoning is not really worth it, because you have Abjuration. You know what? Let's do this. Should just be able to kill you. Fantastic. Get 2 evocation right off the bat. If only there was a solution for Dis. That's the dream. please. Oh, okay, I was worried we'd get pushed off the stairs there. Fantastic. Never seen Dissolution. It is pretty rare. I'd never seen them until I started this series, and then it seems like they're just constantly ruining my day. But definitely, I mean, most people aren't exploring slime to its fullest capacity anyway, so it's fair enough. And yeah, I think that's right, Thalphon. I think it was like 0.27. So yeah, that would have been the one before last, right? Or I guess, no, last was 0.28. Jeez. Or they were friendly and did not pay attention. Oh, right, 'cause you're also, as a lifelong Jivia follower, I'm guessing that very well could be the case. That's fair enough. Railbird, you explore slime to the full capacity. You are a brave person, my friend. I'm constantly terrified of slime. Even though a lot of characters handle it pretty well and do an alright job, I'm still always assuming that it's going to go way worse than I could possibly imagine. Specifically just getting mutated beyond reasonable measures.